Hey YouTube universe, thank you for stopping by here at Comic Rhema. I will be continuing the series going through the alphabet, and we are down to the letter M. Make sure you check out Mr. Finglish's videos as well on this series. So today's album is My Epic. The whole concept of going through the alphabet was to pick and choose really powerful and spiritual albums that have had a great impact in my life. And this is probably one of the top records on that list. For me, this is probably one of my favorite albums of all time. This is one of those albums that I kept coming back to. It just holds a special place in my heart. When I discovered this album, I was really thrilled to find a band that had such great musicianship, and the lyrical content was top-notch in my opinion. So this is a reissue from My Epic. That's the beautiful back cover here with the beautiful hand on the back. This is the track list, and this is a reissue from 2018 off of Face Down Records. I've talked about Face Down Records before. I've talked about some of the releases. Face Down Records really does a great job in picking out some great bands. The only issue I have with them is that they sometimes find some bands that only release one album and then they kind of disappear. So that's my only big issue with Face Down Records. This is a gatefold. So let's take a look at the gatefold. Here is the band. My Epic is a trio. They're from Charlotte, North Carolina. They started back in 2005. And I found this album maybe around 2009 and around 2010. This album initially came out in 2008. I got a hold of this album digitally. Here are some of the lyrics. Starts off with a prologue, and it starts off with some beautiful strings and arpeggios, and some almost choir-like vocals. They just keep repeating this quote from C.S. Lewis. And it's interesting because this album is actually influenced by C.S. Lewis. So the prologue, you can see a quote from C.S. Lewis, and one of the songs on here, Paralandra, is a title of a C.S. Lewis book. So here are some of the lyrics. Some great orchestration in this album. But my favorite song from this album is the outro. It's the last song. It's at times like this that I realize survival is not enough. And that's something that I have definitely realized many times in my life. And the beautiful lyrics. A man who thirsts cannot expect to find a well and drink till quenched. For tragic spans may take his breath before he reaches journey's end. And I think it's just a beautiful song if you really listen to the lyrics and read the lyrics. It's just a beautiful illustration of a search for spirituality, a search for something higher than what we see in the physical world. So these other guys, definitely give this guys a try if you like. They have a post-punk sound, so if you like that post-punk sound and atmospheric kind of ambient guitars, rock band, this is a great album to sample. So and talking about C.S. Lewis, here is the book that I was mentioning. This is the book Paralandra. C.S. Lewis wrote many books, and this is a series that he wrote. It's a trilogy, and I believe this is the second part. This is the second part in the trilogy. And on the trilogy, you have Out of the Silent Planet, Paralandra, and The Hideous Strength are the part are part of this trilogy, and you may know him most famously by the Chronicles of Narnia, but he has written many books. This is the other book in the series. This is the first one in the series, followed by Paralandra, and then the Hideous Strength is the conclusion to this trilogy. And many don't know if many people know this, but actually C.S. Lewis was an atheist before he changed his spirituality and became a Christian. This is basically kind of like an autobiography in his life. I'm still getting through this one. So in the meantime, since I'm here, I might as well show you some of my C.S. Lewis books. Try to collect everything he has written. Here's another edition of that copy. This is a book that I've been trying to finish for years. For one reason or another, I have never been able to finish it. And this year I was going to start reading it with a friend. We decided to read it together, and we haven't had a chance to connect since it's been a pretty hectic year. We have this. This is a special Harvest book editions that they came out. This is a special spines that came out, and they had a special covers to come out with these editions. You can see they kind of keep to the same format with the gold label with the author, the black spines, and then the hardcover book editions. And then there's been so many editions of different reprintings of C.S. Lewis stuff. But if there is one book I would recommend for anyone to read by C.S. Lewis, is this work called The Screwtape Letters. Just gives you just a great insight of the spiritual world. And there's no other great book rather than this book here. And it's rather short, and the way it's written is really easy to understand. So definitely one of the greatest books I've ever read in my life. This is another book called The Great Divorce. You can see they kind of, for this edition, they kind of kept the same format. And this is a little devotional one for Christian. I don't have my Narnia collection with me, but I just wanted to come on and share this album with you. Hope to do the letter N next week, and hope to do a few more videos coming up in the next few days. Go ahead and check out my epic I Am Undone whenever you get a chance. Let me know, drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know how you guys are doing. Let me know if you sampled this album and what you think of it. I have been following my epic for a very long time, and I have tried to grab every release they have put out. In the last few years, they've only been releasing EPs, because that's what they decided as a band to do, just release EPs rather than full-length albums. And they also just recently started a podcast. So I'll drop a link to their website where you can sample some of the podcasts. God bless you guys. I hope everyone is healthy and safe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Be in peace with yourself. Be in peace with everyone around you. Love you guys, and God bless.